So we've talked a little bit about the main pieces of equipment, the furnaces, glory hole, and annealing of it. Now, there are a bunch of other things that you need in your studio. First one's a pipe warmer. Hot sticks to hot. So if we took a brand new pipe and plunged it into our furnace with all that molten glass, brought it straight out, we wouldn't have any glass on the pipe. Because it's cold, it's going to go in, it's actually going to freeze the glass that it contacts with. If it's new, it's not rough, so it's not going to have anything to catch on. It's going to come out, and you're going to look in the furnace, and you'll actually see that indentation where you put the rod in. Pull it back out, nothing on it. So we want to be able to gather the glass out. We have to have it stick to the end of the rod, be it a ponteel, a gathering iron, a blowpipe, whatever. It needs to be warm. In our business, warm starts when things are cherry hot, so cherry red. So we want to get them nice and warm. We're going to use that, and you'll see as we go in, now the glass is going to stick really well, no problem. What I do is I set everything up the same way every day. I always have my ponteels to the right, my pipes to the center, and then my the ponteels I'm going to use for bits and things like that to the left. Glass blowing's a little tricky. There's a lot of things to think about, a lot of things to learn. So when you can set yourself up where everything is going to be the same every time, where when you reach to that certain spot, your shears are going to be there. When you reach to another spot, your jacks are going to be there. And you kind of do it consistently. And that leaves a little more space in your brain to think about the other stuff you want to do when you don't have to go chasing parts and pieces and tools. You look around in the studio here, you see we have a bench and we've got some big steel tables. One small one, one medium one large one. These steel tables are referred to as marvers. Got no idea why they call them that, but it's traditional in the business, they're called a marver. Steel, they don't hold any moisture. I've seen some people, they like stone. Stone's okay, but it holds moisture. You put that hot glass on, pops, and gets all rough and like that. So you know, it's not the best choice. In here, we have one stainless steel marver. We've got two cold rolled steel. Doesn't matter, either one of them's fine. Thing you want is nice, level, and without blemish for the most part. You can see our stainless steel one's pretty well beat up, but that's another story. Benches, we've got two of them here. You can look, they're a little bit different construction. Notice the one's kind of an A frame with the legs, the other one's a T. Makes for a very stable bench, and if you need to, as you can see, you can stand up on it, you can put a board on top, get up on top of it when you need to have some height. You notice we've got a curl on the end of them. Once again, we set our studios up so that we can work solo. And what that curl does, that gives me a spot where if I'm going to punny up the piece myself, I can roll it there. I know it's not going to roll off the bench. Okay, it's not going to hit the floor while I go get my punning. Now we've got a big piece that maybe needs to be counterbalanced. We just tuck it underneath that little leg and drop a file or an awl through that hole. Now it can't move. Okay, we can still spin it. We can still rotate it. It's not going to fall off. It's not going to drop, and that gives us a chance to punny the piece up on our own. Okay. On top of that curl, you notice we've got some rollers up here. In a lot of studios, there's a separate little cane roller, so you can spin a pipe and make cane real quick and like that. We do all that right here at the bench. We don't need a separate piece. We just mount it right there. Makes it real easy and convenient. You can do things that, once again, on your own. Keep that pipe spinning and rolled on center. Do have to pay attention when you're getting in and out of the bench. Make sure you get that back of that pipe up over those things so you don't knock it off and lose the piece on the floor. Next thing we most likely need to take a look at are some of the hand tools and like that. And we're not going to spend a whole lot of time right now. We're just going to show you some basic categories of things. Shears, jacks, and blocks, as well as the steam pad. You got 95% of everything you need to do work there. Now, sometimes you'll run into studios and you'll see a guy's got 300 different pieces of equipment, hand tools and like that by his bench. Hey, great. If you like spending your money on specialized little pieces and like that, go for it. Don't think you have to have it in order to do the piece, okay? Around here, we teach people how to do things very basic, very simple. 7 basic shapes, simple things to do it, simple tools, gravity, breath, tools, and spin. Those are the things we're going to use most. We're not going to use a whole lot of specialized tools. If we get on a little further in our time together, we're going to go through and show you, talk about each of those tools as we use them in our demonstrations.